What's good, gang? So, we're at the point in society where we're getting 10 stabbings a day here, there, and everywhere. And people are saying, like, hey, this multiculturalism has failed. And honestly, I see it. I see it. But it's all a part of the agenda. Um, I believe in Agenda 2030, and they say it's a conspiracy, but the thing with conspiracies is that oftentimes you just need a little length of time before it becomes reality. Now, they do throw some conspiracies out there that discredit other conspiracies because they sound insane, like hollow earth, flat earth, round earth. And when the entire world believes one of them is right, and you get looked at like a completely insane, you damage the reputation of real conspiracies. Conspiracies is a made up word by the small hearted community, by the way, to because people were calling them out, and they needed a way to like defame them. They needed a way to be like, hey, you're crazy. So in a way, the word conspiracy is a form of gaslighting from governments to basically say, hey, you're stupid, even though you're completely correct. And with this, there's a lot of misinformation, you know? There's a lot of wrong conspiracies, obviously, because they're theories in the end of the day. But the way that you see reality is also a theory, unless you were there, unless you experienced it. And in life, you have to decide for yourself. Because, like, listen, if you still believe the news, if you still watch the news and believe that shit, you're retarded. We live in a world where there's so much information. You have to pick and choose, look at all of it, and figure it out for yourself. Hey, what do I actually believe in here? Do I want to believe this meme account on Instagram? Or do I want to listen to Fox News? Do I want to just pick and choose bits of information and form up my own mind? That's what I did years ago. I realized, hey, the silver market, commodities, it's, completely manipulated. Absolutely. And then I got into trading and I realized, hey, a lot of these markets are so manipulated. Like it does the exact pattern. The pattern say it's going to go up. And it just goes whoosh, like pure manipulation, pure market manipulation. And then you follow the money and you realize, oh, it's those people again. And guess what, eh? We're back in the circle. The conspiracy is proved via money. And that's just how it is. So, in society, right now, it's completely crazy, right? It's like, oh, we've got all these boat people coming in, the stabbings are going up, the rapes are going up, crime is going crazy, there's riots. And you look at conspiracies and you're like, hey, it kind of seems like that's happening right now. Agenda 2030, the agenda where they control the money, they make it a surveillance state. You can't buy anything, you're gonna rent for eternity and you're gonna be happy, they say. The organization is literally called World Economical Forum. And you look at it and it's like, oh, all the rich people are there and they're complete psychopaths. And they don't want what's best for you, but they have some weird plan. And everyone, all the rich people are in on it. And they all hate you. And they all are deceptive. They all use deceit to trick you and the public. You know, that politician you voted for, who said he was going to deport all the illegals. Oh, he got in and it's like, hey, I didn't say, I'm stealing this joke, by the way. It's like, I didn't say what country I'm going to deport them from. It's like, I'm deporting them from the Middle East to your neighborhood. That's just how it is. I'm getting a haircut next week. I was going to get a haircut ages ago, but I'm flying to my favorite barber on a little trip, so I figured I'd just wait until then. So who really cares? It's a bit messy, but fuck it. I feel good either way. I'm just on my training arc, so hey, who needs a haircut right now? I'll have a haircut soon. So yeah, we got all these rich billionaires. They're... I could speak for hours on this, but just to put it short, they're making housing unaffordable by buying literally everything. They are getting the farmers to drive them out of business, basically, give up their land by giving them inheritance tax, giving them all these other bullshit laws and putting the prices up on them, taxes, fees. And like, you literally have farmers in the UK, they're gonna put a 20% inheritance tax on farmers. And guess what happens when they can't pay that? Because they're not cash rich, they're asset rich. They have to sell land that's going to be bought up by probably BlackRock, the absolute cancerous company who's destroying the world, the East. And then, okay, so your food is now going to be controlled by organizations. They're going to control what they put in that food as well, because the same people who own all this shit, guess what? They bribe the politicians to control the politicians. APAC, the UK's got a version of APAC. They're very malicious. They see you as cattle. They don't see you as human. And listen, now we have digital currency. Now we have crypto. You think crypto is this thing where it's like, oh, it's digital gold. No, it's not. It's actually another form of currency that's even more traceable, more trackable, more controllable than the one you're using right now. Sure, you have Monero, the one that's banned from every exchange because it actually does its job. And guess what? They have Zcash. They put in these little replacements. They're like, oh, yeah, it's private, but don't think you can run away from the taxes because we can see it because it's not private. And then you got fucking XRP, which is another small hat coin, completely traceable, not decentralized. You know, you got a few wallets holding up the majority of the supply. These are get-rich-quick schemes. I'm in. I'm going to get out. I don't believe in the coin long term because I'm not saying it won't do well. It will do well. But it's unethical. It is literally CBDC. You're going to be traced. Then UK is always already like this, but CCTV on every single street corner. Then they're going to do facial ID, recognize you. Then they're going to control your movement. They're going to say, hey man, you can't get on the plane, you're poor. There's carbon tax now. What bullshit is that? Carbon tax? You mean like when you burn a fire, You mean when they're cutting down the rainforest so the carbon isn't going into the trees anymore? Shouldn't they be getting carbon tax for getting rid of the prevention? What about China? I'm sure they create more smoke than us. You got a lot of bullshit, and it's all for control. You just got another internet act. Another internet act. They disguise it. They say, hey, think of it like a chessboard. They have a sacrificial piece to set up another move, okay? So they've labeled it as a child protection act. And they say, hey, we're gonna put ID. You're gonna have to use ID to get onto a porn website. So they've put that piece there. Anyone with a brain who isn't a liberal retard would say, hey, that's an amazing idea. There's no way in hell a 12-year-old, a 10-year-old should be able to access that site and have their eyes raped. But here's what they do, they're sneaky. They're sneaky little people. They put that piece there. And you take it. You don't even have a job, a choice. They force you to take it. They don't even say, "Hey, you're taking." They put their hand on the board and move it themselves. Okay, you've taken the piece. That's how they work. And then, oh, you've just set up this move. Bop, 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 bop. Game over. So hey, great, amazing. Children can't look at porn. That's great. Oh, but by the way, we're using this exact same law to censor any protests on immigration. Any protests. That means, hey, we're actually going to censor the internet of the other side. We're actually going to censor opinions now. Actually, hey, we don't like your opinion. We don't think it's very governable. We don't think it's very anti-white. It's true. And hey, we're actually gonna kill your entire family and harvest their organs. And yeah, we're gonna just destroy your country. And if you have a different opinion on that, well, you don't exist. You're a nobody. Oh, you want to speak? You go to prison. Not happening, baby. Oh, you wanna post something on Facebook? Life in prison. Oh, that immigrant just raped a child. Oh, naughty. We'll do 24 hours customer, because it's a customer service. 24 hours community service. Damn. It's absolute insanity. And then you're paying for it with your taxes, but you're not really paying for it because they print unlimited money. As much money as they want. So you're giving your money, you're just giving your power away. It's like you got a generator of power that makes its own power, but it still takes your power because we can't have you having too much power. You know, we can't have you buying a house. We can't have you buying things. You know, you're meant to be poor. And this is the UK. This is the West. This is gonna happen.